Yeah, I thought our guys were really locked in today and did a really nice job and was ready to play. You know, that's a good basketball team that we played, and all of our games have been battles. So, you know, every time we play them, and so just really happy. I thought some guys played well. You know, of course, I thought Ryan was great. Probably the best floor game that I've seen RJ ever play. Didn't make some shots, but I thought his floor game was great. And then I thought Kevin Ware was terrific off the bench. But we did what we had to do. We had to win at home. We can't lose another home game. We know that. And so we just want to kind of be there, hang around, see what happens. We've got a good basketball team. One thing I told him before the game, as I said, every great team in every sport, there's a time of the year to make that run. And so let's make this our time. So proud of where our guys did. And so questions?
Just talk about RJ's first basket and making history.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got it. I'll be honest with you. I get so locked in, I don't know. But you know, one thing I'm going to do today, and I haven't done this really enough, and so I'm going to be a dad today, and I'm going to celebrate that. I think that's a great thing what he did, and I'm not going to let anybody take that away from us and our family. So we're going to celebrate that. RJ has a date tonight, and I'm going to convince him not to go on his date and go to dinner with me. So the two of us could just share this and talk about it. So I hope that girl that's waiting out there can just wait. And so, but no, I want to share this as a dad because that's something special for our family that doesn't come up often, and he deserves that. He deserves that. So I'm happy for him.
How are you going to convince him not to go on a date?
I'm going to ask his mom to tell him and ask him. Because it won't work with me, but maybe if mom asks, I know he'll get it. If I ask, I'm probably not going to get that. But you know, he's got some family here, and so it's just, it's a special thing. And it's also special for Ryan Green, you know, to be a finalist for the Lowe's Senior Award. And so I'm just so proud of these guys, man. These, you know, our guys have taken kind of a, you know, it's weird. We're 13-7, 6-3 in the league, and you would think that around here that, man, things are miserable. But you know, these kids are doing a great job. I'm so proud of them. They've got a lot of pride. We get everybody's best shot, and so we just want to keep grinding and keep playing.
Coach, in the first half, you guys were really in tune with the defense. You guys had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
Was defense an emphasis this week in practice?
Well, yeah, it was more style of play. And we've now gone back-to-back games, this game and the Arkansas State game. This is our style of play. You know, last year's team shot a lot of threes and ran up and down the floor, but this team, you know, this team can grind you. And when we, you know, it's great to get up and down the floor, but that's just not the personality of this team in regards to that's our strength. When we play to our strength and we can grind you and make you have to face that matchup and do that. We didn't rebound as well as I wanted to, 15 offensive rebound, but this is how we want to play. And especially against a talented team like Lafayette. You want to lock Lafayette and make them play half-court basketball. If they get in transition, man, they're really good. And so we want to make sure we kept the game in a half-court game.
Coach, you mentioned it. Coach, you mentioned it. Oh, you're good. You mentioned it a little bit, but just now. But you was up at one point, 44-42, and then they started to come back mainly with offensive rebounds. Talk a little bit about that, if you
could. Yeah, this is a good basketball team. I knew that they would make a run. I mean, we were playing well for so long. At some point, you know, good basketball teams make a run, and Lafayette was able to make a run. We were trying to contain Long, and again, the key for us in this game is that Long's going to get his points. If you're sitting there trying to do that, our goal this whole game was to be a great defensive three-point team in this game. We cannot play Lafayette and let them be great three-points. And I think they were 5 of 19 tonight, and that's what. If we can do that, Long's going to get his rebounds and points. I mean, he's a stud inside. But what we wanted to do is make them shoot challenge threes. Again, I wanted them to get about 20, 24, 25 threes. We got them 19, but our whole emphasis was defend the three-point line tonight.
It seemed like the communication within the zone was a little better than in some previous games tonight. There weren't too many open looks for those guys at all. Everything was covered up.
Well, it's been that way really as 2 games in a row, and part of that has to do when we're able to get a little rest, and we can, fortunately for us, this was our bye week, so we were able to kind of work and get our legs and kind of work on some slides. And so when we get time enough to prepare and get ready, then we're able to do that. And so, I'm so happy that we don't have to turn around and play Monday. I mean, generally, we've had to turn around and play again on Monday, so we can kind of rest up, get healthy again, and get ready to go on the road. But when we get rest and we know and we can get locked in with stuff defensively, I felt this was a little bit like the Green Bay game, where we can just lock in and get ourselves ready.
Coach, I was starting to notice, some of your guys are starting to wear knee braces and a lot of bandages and stuff. Is it that time of the season now? That,
Yeah, everybody gets nicks and bruises, and depending on what NBA player wears what, that's what we tend to sometimes do. So if a guy comes out in a skirt and they think it's great at NBA, you might see some guys in some skirts. So it's just part of what they do. I mean, I walk out sometime and say, okay, what's next? We'll have to see what's next. But it's just a trend. We do have some guys that a little tendonitis, some of those things, but nothing major.
Who was wearing those shoes that Harrow was wearing there?
I love Ryan. He's eccentric, and so he loves those type of things. And so when he came out with the machine run day, I thought they were his house shoes, but he started lacing them up. But whatever makes that guy go, I'm okay. I thought he kept his composure today. I thought he did a great job. I mean, he could have got escalated. I thought he did a great job of keeping his composure today. And when he does that, he's just a terrific player. What's
going to happen with the ball that was given to RJ before the game?
It depends on if RJ goes to dinner tonight with us. I've got the ball in my possession now, so I got something to go. But again, I thought, again, that was great. And I do want to thank Rodney Hamilton. I thought that was terrific. He's an assistant coach at Tennessee State, and to come back here and do that was terrific. So we want to thank Rodney. That was, it's always sad when you're a player and your records are broken. Not like I really know personally, but I know that's for him to come back and do that is terrific. And I know our RJ and myself, we definitely appreciate him coming back with that.
One last question.
Sure.
What was your take on the student section today? Did you get a chance to hear any of the?
Man, I don't really hear what they say, but I'll say it again. It's usually at first we got the best environment in the Sun Belt. It's a very tough place to play. Look at the numbers. The numbers suggest that since we've been in the Sun Belt, the record that we've got in this building. Our students are unbelievable. I thought the crowd was electric. It was electric at the end of the women's game. I don't usually come out and I can hear it in the locker room, in the coach's locker room. It's electric. I love what our students do. I love the band. I just think that with that, and that's one of the reasons why we play so great at home. I wish I can carry that with us on the road. But I love the students at Georgia State. They are absolutely terrific.
How important was this game, particularly beating UL Lafayette after they beat y'all at their place?
Very. One, we're at our place, so of course it's going to be a big game no matter what. And then us, especially, I don't know, I hate getting up on people like we did. We got up on them like I think 18 points and let them back in it last time. And it's bothered me since. It's like the example I give of letting people come back, but it just feels good to have beaten them here and not let them come in here and push us around and stuff and kind of get back on track.
If you could just share some quick thoughts on RJ breaking the record.
He's the man. I mean, RJ's been he's been my best friend on the team since I got here. He's been my roommate. RJ's no, I can't. He's a great player.
Now you go and say Dad's here. Go ahead and say what you want to say, sir.
No, I was gonna say he's a hell of a player. But I really enjoy watching him and playing with him, and I'm glad I got the chance to play with him, and I'm really excited for his future, and it's awesome, like things he's doing now already as a junior.
Did you talk about the defense today? And did it feel like you were playing better defense?
It did. I still fouled out, but I probably would have fouled out a lot earlier, and it felt kind of good that I didn't get a lot of early fouls. The rest of the defense, everyone was just flying around talking. As Coach said, we defended the three-point line very well. They went on a huge run of, I think, like 3 or 4 in a row at their place, and that, as soon as that happens, they get it in their heads. They keep knocking them down. So defending the three-point line, flying around and talking, doesn't get much better than that.